song never ever gets old, let me tell you. Hello, people of the planet. My name is Abby. Welcome back to my channel. This is Port Charles Public Radio, brought to you by my apartment and me. I don't know. One day I'm going to get that down. Anyway, getting into the episode today. You know, real talk, we really didn't have that many people and that many locations. We only had 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 people on the show. And we pretty much only jumped back and forth between the hospital, Quartermain Mansion, and Sonny's house. That was all we really jumped back and forth from, to be honest. Different parts of the hospital, but getting into this episode, we could talk about Nell first, because she's the funniest. You know, her getting on the phone with Brad. Bye! That was hilarious. She goes, bye! Fucking Nell. She gets all the way to the Q house and she's getting into this spat with Brooklyn. I wouldn't even call it an argument because, you know, Brooklyn wasn't putting on a show for any of her family members to be a big bad bitch. She was there to support everybody. She was just in the moment exacerbated, like, what the fuck are you, why are you here? Go away. It was hilarious. And, you know, they really tried to duke it out in conversation, those two, but I think Nell was trying her hand. She, the same thing she goes around in a circle with people saying, I'm not that bad, I just want to be your friend. Why can't we just be friends? And I wrote down this line, you know, I don't see you as this person. Are you really gonna keep listening to the lies that your family feeds you? What lies, Nell? Like, that was my first thought, was like, what lies, Nell? But then Brooklyn went into this beautiful spiel. She was like, you and I aren't gonna be friends because you and I have nothing in common. I didn't kill my first fiance in a kayaking accident. I didn't stalk a family to drug a grieving father and then try to kill my second husband after being impregnated. Like, what lies, Nell? She's so stupid sometimes. Also, the wrist pull thing was hilarious, where Nell always tries to grab people by the hands or the wrist, and then, you know, Brooklyn said, okay, and just kind of pulled her hands back. It was hilarious. So, you know, I don't know why Brad is freaking the fuck out. Honestly, he just kind of snapped at Willow. She was like, you know, let's go home. You can cook dinner. I'll read him a story. And he was like, no, I'm done with you. I don't understand what's going on with this family. Julian's hovering all the time. Michael thinks just because he's a godfather, he can be like a second dad. And you, I can see what you're up to. You just want, every time you have that gleam in your eye, you just want to be around the kid and see it feel special or whatever. He's freaking the fuck out and then says all this shit to Willow, like, I know what your problem is. You don't think I'm a good dad. And she's like, not in this moment, because you're hanging out with Nell and you're not letting your family, who it's their job to support you, support you. And he's like, well, you can't do shit about me being a father. You're fired. Like, dude, that was a bad move. Like, it was obvious before that, like, you weren't keeping it together as best as you could, but now you're obviously not keeping it together and you just pissed Willow off. So, like, people are gonna start talking, man. They're gonna figure out what the fuck's going on. Just saying. So that can't be good. I know that Willow said, if you can't handle the Nell problem, I will, which is something that Nell said about Willow. If you don't handle the Willow problem, I will. So before I was predicting that Sasha was going to get in the middle of that, and get hurt because Nell's crazy, but I'm gonna go ahead and capture the obvious here and say that something weird's gonna happen between Nell and Willow, maybe. Someone's gonna hurt someone. We'll see. I think Sasha might get involved or get hurt in this whole Sunny battle, which really sucks. I was pretty happy to see that her and Michael were gonna stay together, even though she's pretty fucking vanilla. I like their relationship. Don't ask me why. I just do. I like that Michael's with her, and she's incredibly honest. And he was like, "Yo, we gotta break up," and she said, "No, we don't. You don't make these decisions for me, brah. Um, I want to be with you, and you think breaking up is gonna make me worry about you less? Like, you wanted to protect me from Nell. I want to protect you from Nell and everybody else. So, like, I'm here for the long haul." And then they kissed. It was fucking adorable. So I guess Sasha's moving in too, which I don't know how that's gonna work out. Maybe Nell's gonna push Sasha down the stairs. I don't know. But we are in for a weird one with those guys at the Quartermain house. All of them together. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna go on there. A lot of random shit could happen. So that's pretty much that for Sasha and Michael. I mean, so like I guess obviously Sasha doesn't know about Dev not really being from this country, which I mean, okay. Like I guess they haven't told her yet, and she kind of caught on to that when they all needed to talk about it. She was like, "I will go outside while y'all talk about this," and she was very aware she didn't know the whole story, but that it's also not her business, and she's not going to poke around in it. She'll need to know when she needs to know. Which good for Sasha. She still is on my list for the best bitch. I can't explain why, except for Willow, who is as cute as a button. Fresh out the factory. That little bitch is just adorable. But I like Sasha. Anyway, yeah, Nicholas was at the bedside talking to Laura about how he's wrong for acting the way he does, and he does love his mom. And then she woke up and said, "I love you too." Like, ugh, whatever. We didn't really. That was just filler. That was all kind of dumb, in my opinion. I guess this weird shootout, this triple shootout, made Dev reconsider his feelings for Jocelyn, because he was very excited to see her and want to make sure she was okay. And even though she's pushing him away, he's saying things like, "Well, I just want to, I want to take back the way I reacted, and I want to be here for you. I'm glad you're not hurt. Couldn't stop thinking about you. Blah blah blah." Maybe he's not gay. Maybe he is into her, but he doesn't disrespect anybody. But even though his like real father is in town, maybe I don't know. Maybe he's gonna go for it, which he can't go for it. I mean, he can, because they're technically not related. They're not. They're not related at all. Because Sunny is not related to Jocelyn, but it's still don't do that. Come on, Dev. Don't. You said you didn't want to disrespect anybody. Don't disrespect anybody by trying to go for it with Jocelyn. Anyway, Jax is pretty pissed. I don't blame him. His daughter was involved in a shootout. I don't know if this is the first shootout that she was involved in, but I can't remember another one that she was involved in. So, I mean, he's pretty upset, and he said it. "I'm going to be waiting by the house until Sunny gets here." And he's like, "Well, I'm not coming back home because I got to go to the office or sit here at the hospital or warehouse or fucking Jason's house, wherever he's gonna go, Jason's house, and figure out who's targeting them. Which you still got to get to sleep, man. It's like the middle of the night, but whatever. Go home. Let Jax yell at you. Um, it was so dumb. Anyway, um, I think that leaves, yeah, the whole Carly, Sunny, Gladys Brando thing. Um, so they laid that one out for us pretty clearly, what was going on, if it was real or not. Gladys and Brando stopped speaking a while back. He had some PTSD reactions to being in the military when he was in Iraq or Turkey or wherever the fuck he was before. I think it was Iraq they mentioned. And he came back traumatized, and she said some pretty shitty shit. And, you know, you're dead to me. Therefore, he disappeared and acted dead to her. And she decided to tell people that he died in Iraq and that she was a grieving mother. And Carly's looking at her like, you're a piece of shit. And she's like, yeah, I know. Okay. But like, I didn't know how to handle this. And it sucked. And she's like, okay, why does he have a photo of you and Dev? And she was like, oh, because I posted it on my face. Why the fuck are you on MySpace? And also, if she's on my face, why isn't Sunny or Michael or Jocelyn or anybody, Jason, anybody aware that Gladys has been posting on my face about spending time with Mike and posting a picture of her grandson? What a loophole these dumbasses, you know, didn't realize. You know, I think I buy her story that she was just wanting to do this good deed for them and that it brought her joy. You know, she liked being considered a grandmother. You know, she was just really playing into the act to the point that, you know, it became real for her. And Carly was trying to bring her back in with all of her facial expressions. She was like, Sunny is paying you. It's not just a good deed. Like, calm your tits, bitch. But also, y'all are in a hospital having this bright, open conversation. I'm pretty sure I could see a cop, like, in the foreground of your conversation. How about you not talk about your fake scheme that openly? I don't know. It just looked dumb. But, while Gladys was explaining herself, she mentioned that he got mixed up with some pretty bad people. So I'm going to go ahead and say that, like, maybe it doesn't have to all do with Iraq, his weird traumatization. Maybe he's part of the bad guy team, because that would make sense. That he was part of the ambush. He randomly fucking popped in. He was going to come in from behind. You know, they came in from the outside. He came in from the inside to start shooting. Oh, look, there's Carly. I can't just shoot an innocent woman like I thought I could. Because maybe he remembers shit from Iraq that reminded him of that. Or he has a conscience. I don't know. When Sunny mentioned, you know, you have good training. You know, I know you were in the military. And he goes, he had that like immediate reaction to thinking about it. So there's definitely something weird there. And I think Brando's playing for the other team, which can't be good because Sunny will kill him whether or not he's family. So yeah, that's pretty much for this episode. I'm tired as fuck, obviously. I need to shower and post a video about being in New York for the 4th week. So I just kind of breezed through this. This episode really did feel like a Monday. I don't know how many episodes, to be honest, or days that we preempted or missed due to this fucking bullshit excuse of a trial. But, you know, it felt like a Monday. That's all I'm trying to say. It felt like this felt like a weird Wednesday. It was probably supposed to be like a Wednesday episode or something because it was weird. But that's all for today. Hopefully I'll see you guys back tomorrow. Peace to the planet. Thanks for sharing with me or sticking with me. Whatever. Bye.